Hey, this is Derek Stewart from the DC Stewart Show podcast. Live. We're speaking live on TikTok right now and YouTube. We got a bit of breaking news today. John Harbaugh was fired today, kind of late evening. I found it out around between 3 and 4. Isaiah called me and told me Najee had contacted him. Because, Najee's a big Baltimore Ravens fan, so he gets all of that intel from Baltimore on what's going on with that franchise. John Harbaugh, after 18 years, was let go by the Baltimore Ravens today. A lot of it, a lot of speculation is that it was the 8-9 record. And with that 8-9 record, that's really not a record that I'm assuming the owner, Steve Bisciotti, would have wanted this year, although there was different, circumstances around, Lamar Jackson being injured, not being healthy the full season. They had a lot of other things going on as well. I think personally, I think Bisciotti made a mistake, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. So join us live tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Facebook. And we're going to be joining live at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to be talking about the breakdown of some of the things that we think happened, because you're looking at two different eras of success. John Harbaugh won a Super Bowl with the Ravens, and he's done a good job as far as I was concerned. And these coaches have down years, so once they have down years, it's really kind of hard for them to weather the storm sometimes, especially when owners being the way they are today. They're very insecure, and they don't give a lot of coaches a lot of time to turn things around. And it looks like that's what happened to John Harbaugh today. If that kick would have happened, and we talked about that kick in our show yesterday, and if that kick would have went through, John Harbaugh more than likely would have been safe. He would have got another year to try to turn this thing around. However, Mike Tomlin could have been the one that was on the bubble, and he could have gotten canned as well if he would have lost. So, fate works in mysterious ways. It works in ways that a lot of times it's a situation that this could be the best thing ever to happen to Harbaugh, because when you get entrenched into a position somewhere and you get comfortable, you don't want to go anywhere. In a stable situation like he was in, it's hard to just pull up and just leave. So sometimes fate helps you leave. And, there's some other jobs out there. There's going to be a New York Giants opening. There's Atlanta Falcons opening. They have several other jobs. Arizona Cardinals opening. So we're looking at some scenarios where John Harbaugh could be employed within the next week or so, I would say, getting ready for the off-season training, the OTAs and everything. So once again, just join us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be breaking down everything. Matt Eberflus got fired over at Dallas as the defensive coordinator. He was once a Chicago Bears defensive coordinator. They moved on from him. Looks like the Commanders moved on from Cliff Kingsbury as well, who was the offensive coordinator for the Commanders. But Cliff Kingsbury might end up finding a head coaching job as well. And the Raiders. I forgot to mention the Raiders because Pete Carroll got let go. And we'll get a little bit more in-depth from some information that I was reading today that might have led to Pete Carroll being let go by Mark Davis in that first year. We'll do it again. This is DC Stewart, your host of the DC Stewart Show. Join us, and we'll be here live, and we'll be hoping that you can join us and, participate. Take it easy. We'll see you soon. Peace, love, and prosperity. Take care.